Okay, find and simplify the difference quotient for the function f of x equals 4 minus x squared. So first thing, let's try to remember what the difference quotient is. So that's that formula f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. So this is what we need to find and simplify. That simplify part is really important. Make sure you remember to combine like terms, cancel, things like that. So let's go ahead and do this in 3 different steps. First step that I'm going to do is we're going to first try to find just the f of x plus h. Okay, so that's always going to be the first thing that we want to try to be able to find. Easier to start off with just that one. So looking at just the f of x plus h, we know that what we have to do is replace in our function. Every time you see an x, you want to put the entire x plus h. So our function is 4 minus x squared. So it's going to be 4 minus x plus h squared. Okay. Notice the comparison. It looks almost identical to f of x right up here. All right, and except for the only thing that's different is the x is now replaced with the parentheses x plus h. All right, then let's go ahead and try to simplify this. So the only way that you can square x plus h squared is to actually write it out. Try to FOIL that out. Okay. All right, so you're going to FOIL that out just the same way as you would FOIL anything, the x times h, etc., etc. And that will obviously combine like terms as well. So this will turn into 4 minus x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. Okay, so that's what we've got here for the f of x plus h. Of course, we need to then get rid of the parentheses, still combine any like terms if there are any. So this turns into 4 minus x squared minus 2xh minus h squared. Combine any like terms if you could. We don't have any. So that is our first step. That finds the f of x plus h. Now going back, looking at your formula, we now have to finish off the numerator. I have the f of x plus h minus f of x. So let's see if we can calculate that here. So this will turn into 4 minus x squared minus 2xh minus h squared. This is the first part of that formula. Minus, and now it does say f of x. Okay, so what you're going to put here is in fact the original equation. Whatever the original function is, that's what goes here. And then all over h. Okay, so this is our difference quotient. So I'm going to put dq for difference quotient. Maybe that's kind of a tacky way of remembering that, but that's a little bit more helpful. I'm going to again deal with my parentheses, simplify. 4 minus x squared minus 2xh minus h squared. Now this turns into, again, I'm distributing that negative, minus 4 plus x squared. I'm going to deal with that all over h later. What I'm going to do next is then just combine like terms. Notice that there are a couple of things that simplify. We have 4 and a negative 4. Those go away. We also have an x squared and a negative x squared. So the x squared and then negative x squared can also cancel. And then you can see that what you're left over with is the minus 2xh minus h squared. That was what we had over here on the numerator, everything that didn't cancel. There's still an all over h, though. Okay, so this is continuing on our problem. And then the last thing that you always want to do is always try to factor and cancel if possible. Doesn't always happen. A lot of the times it does, so it's worth looking into. So if you look and see on the numerator, it's very easy that we can factor out an h. Okay, if I did factor out that h, we can notice what I'm left over with is the negative 2x minus h all over h. And then from here, what's nice is then you can see that h on the outside cancels, and you end up with a negative 2x minus h. So this is the simplified difference quotient. Ta-da!